Don't trust your eyes, critically. People only see what they want to, so don't be your own fool.
Traveler, Paimon, over here! Welcome to the home base of the Fieldwise Center. As you can see, the core projects are already up and running, so we can get to work at any time. Huh. This feels like one of those places light novels talk about. You know, the adventuring hubs where rookies gather to take quests and stuff. Oh, and almost like a school festival at the same time, with everyone getting together to learn and then forming teams to hone their skills. It's so exciting! Well, this place isn't quite as decked out as a school festival, but Master Tainari said the academia plans to be generous with the resources. Anyway, before students and researchers head out on dangerous field missions, they can come here for advice and emergency training. We even have professionals on staff that can join their teams to serve as guides or safety personnel.
Yeah, you can think of it like a forward operating base, equal parts theoretical training and field practice. We'll familiarize new recruits with potential challenges in the wild and take them through drills so there's no reason to panic during the real thing.
Amber, you're here too?
Surprised? I know I was. I'm off duty right now, so I was planning to just drop in on Kale for a bit. But I didn't realize how busy she'd be. I'm not the type of person to sit around and watch, so I decided to be her assistant.
Sorry, Amber. I didn't mean to put you to work during your time off.
Don't worry about it. A little relaxation balanced out with some fulfilling work is a great vacation in my book. Plus, I've learned a whole bunch of stuff too. And I got to see the Traveler and Paimon again. I mean, it just keeps getting better. We should have a giant feast once we're done here. How does that sound?
A feast with the first friend we met in Sumeru and the first friend we met on our whole journey. Oh, that sounds just about as awesome as a giant plate of sticky honey roast.
All right, down to business then. Kale and I are in charge of the Scouting Speedsters project. The focus is using devices and machines to pass through hazardous areas, survey terrain, and get details on potential threats.
Plus, a mortar research indicates that during dangerous situations, having the support of an adorable companion can help set adventurers' minds at ease and prevent excess nerves.
So, we took inspiration from Cullen Anba and Baron Bunny to create two scouting devices that are both adorable and useful. Cullen Anbot and Bardrone Bunny. So far, feedback has been pretty positive.
Once we've collected enough data, the academia will continue to refine the scouting buddies and release even more designs. A bunch of Kulanambas and Baron Bunnies running around the wilderness? What is that gonna look like? Plus, with you to guide our two little scouts, we'll be able to obtain some great data. Once you have a more complete understanding of the Fieldwise Center, you should come test them out. Now come with me. I'll introduce you to the other consultants.
Oh yeah, the lady with the greenish-blue hair also has a super adorable device over there. But it does something completely different than our scouting buddies. I'm looking forward to seeing it in action.
Oh, hey! Another familiar face! Come on, let's go say hi!
It's really that popular. The internal locomotion mechanism is clever enough, and the execution on the terrain recognition, remote control, and weight detection modules isn't bad. But the appearance... it might as well be a doll for a child. No, this won't do.
Madam Farzan, news! The Traveler and Paimon agreed to join! The Fieldwise Center just leveled up big time, huh? Hello, Madame Farazan! We're here to help!
Well, look who the cat dragged in. Excellent job, Kale. Snagging 2 top experts with undeniable adventuring expertise. Now tell me, what do you think of this puzzle, pal?
Whoa! It looks just like you!
It's a collaboration between my juniors in the Haravatat Darshan, the Puzzlers League, and the Synopsium on Ruin Mechanisms. Clearly, the technological aspect is quite advanced. But you should have seen Anise, defending this design choice with more passion than her thesis. Young people these days, far too obsessed with making things cute.
Paimon kinda likes it. Kali and Amber were just saying how cute companions can help adventurers stay calm. With a doll that looks like you by her side, Paimon thinks she could go adventuring in a super dark ruin and not even get scared.
Well, that line of thinking does have merit. And I suppose choosing this particular appearance is a sign of their respect. Still, there are adventurers who place greater emphasis on reliability and technical composition. People like that don't just want their devices to be able to survive an avalanche, but to look the part. And for the fluffiness of this puzzle pal, on the other hand. Now picture this. A thick metal casing, square in shape, with a matte finish and openings to showcase the complex technical composition. That would have much more visual impact. I'm the perfect example of this. I have a youthful appearance, and so people question me on occasion. If I...
Really? Then, you want Paimon to talk to them? She has white hair.
What? No! That's not the same thing.
I didn't realize you had such strict views about this, Madame Farazan.
Huh? So, even you prefer this version? Well, if that's what you really think, then fine. You'll have to come back and test it out on some puzzles, Traveler. I'll rate your effectiveness in using the device and come up with a user manual based on your performance. As for improvements to its appearance, long-term observation is required, so I'll put that aside for now. I've already selected a few of the most suitable domains, so we can begin the puzzle-solving process at any time.
Thanks, Madame Farazan. I'm just gonna take the Traveler and Paimon to see the final project.
Don't worry, Kale. You're the one in charge here. Just make sure to pace yourself. Once things calm down, come over to see me and we'll have a nice chat. I'll even treat you to some snacks from back in my day.
Snacks? Paimon's in! Paimon's... Thank you, Madame Farazan. I'll bring a few boxes of floral tea as well.
Go on now. Do me proud.
Thanks, Madame Farazan. This last one is a long-term project we're calling the Security Division. Thanks to General Mahamatra Sino, we've been able to bring Dia on as the instructor and Candace as the coordinator. They're putting together a combat test right now, but they should be back soon.
Hey, looking for us? I guess we showed up right on cue then. Wait, the Traveler and Paimon are joining as well? That makes things a whole lot easier.
Sorry for keeping you waiting, everyone. But we managed to bring back some good intel.
Intel? Huh, this is starting to sound intense.
Of course. What better way to protect the students than to sweep through the desert and rid it of all potential dangers? Not a bad...
Not the best time for jokes, Dia. Besides, when it comes to striking down danger, the Traveler is a man on a mission. He might take you up on that offer.
Defeating anything that might pose a threat? Oh, even if the Traveler worked non-stop, that could still take years. We'd have to stop traveling. Oh, Paimon doesn't even want to think about that. Time would be the least of our problems. Some dangers aren't visible to the naked eye, like the scorpions burrowed underground or the terrifying raptors sleeping in the trees. You can't get rid of them until they jump out to attack you. For situations like these, we'd have to combine Madame Farazan's recommendations with Amber's approach to scouting, calculating our chances of encountering enemies and our expected operation times.
Whoa, 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 pencils down, everyone. That was just a joke.
The security division's goal is a lot simpler, actually. We're just here to ensure that fieldwork teams include trained combat personnel. Some of this work has been entrusted to the Blazing Beasts and other mercenaries. But members of investigation teams who pass the combat test can also qualify. Before an investigation team is allowed to head into a dangerous area, the group must include at least 2 professionals who have passed, and Dia and I were just out collecting intel on the best place to hold the test.
We found a domain filled with monsters and bandits of all levels. Hopefully, they don't mind us borrowing their stomping ground for a bit. It'll...
Oh, so we just need to supervise, right?
That's right. Participant safety is our utmost priority. So we'll organize a group of capable personnel to take it in shifts.
We still need to figure out our testing metrics, though. Fighting is different from an actual exam, and there's no one right answer. Mercenaries like me, we all have our own style. That's not a problem in actual combat, but when it comes to teaching, we tend to stick too much to what we're used to. So, we need someone to give us a baseline. Someone who has the experience, but also takes a more flexible approach in combat.
Yeah, based on what you just described, the Traveler seems like the perfect person for the job.
Great. Working with you is always a pleasure, Traveler. Smooth as butter on a steak.
Don't forget about compensation for the Traveler in Paimon, Dia. You agreed without doing the math first.
Ah, it's fine. We'll just split the funds Kale wrangled for us, 20-80. 10 for me, 10 for you, 80 for the 2 of them.
Wait, we're getting 80%?
Don't sweat it. We're just in charge of the long-term operations. You're the one setting the metrics for the whole thing. So I think we got the better end of the deal. We've talked about a partnership in the past, haven't we? Well then, consider this the perfect place to start.
Then I'll draw up a detailed overview of the compensation so it's clear for everyone.
That'd be great.
And don't worry, Miss Candace. About that piece of land you're leasing to the academia, the one used for grain storage, I managed to get them to agree to a 30% increase in their rent payment.
Oh, thank you. Those funds will go to fixing up some of the village facilities, which should make for a more comfortable experience when investigation teams stop there in the future. All right, we should finish up our arrangements for the combat test. Stop by our station when you're ready, Traveler.
See you soon.
Oh, you sure are the beating heart of this operation, Kale. He brought the whole gang together. Oh, no. I'm just doing what I can. I still have so much to learn, so much work to coordinate. But for now, let's just give it our all. You